Sega. Beauty and harmony, governed by one eternal law. All that begins must end. The reign of the old shogunate is over.
Hello everyone, and welcome to my very first Let's Play of Total War Shogun 2. We're going to start off this game right away. We're going to play a regular Shogun 2 game. As you can see, you can also play Rise of the Samurai and Fall of the Samurai if you have those DLCs. But anyways, we're going to start with Shogun 2. For my very first campaign, I'm going to play my favorite clan in the entire game, which is the Shimazu. Now each clan presents a different challenge. It depends on where you start, and as well as your ability and your unique units, among other things. Depending on those factors, the game can be ranging from easy to hard. Shimazu is easy because of its location on the island. It's on the edge of Japan, and it's near a lot of trade routes as well. But with clans like Oda and Tokugawa, they're hard because they start in the center of Japan and they start at war with each other. But anyways, we're gonna play as the Shimazu. The Shimazu are a proud clan with a long history worthy of their pride. They can trace their ancestry back to Minamoto, the founders of the Kamakura Shogunate. The strengths are the traditional ones of any old clan, their samurai and inheritance to Bushido. To Shimazu, loyalty is everything. and their generals are less likely to develop ambitions of their own. Shimazu katana samurai are cheaper to recruit and maintain in the field than those of other clans. They can also recruit superior katana armed samurai. Loyalty, Bushido, and praised samurai are powerful assets for an ambitious warlord seeking to be shogun. Anyways, the object of any Shogun 2 campaign is to conquer the province of Kyoto and hold it for 4 seasons. When that happens, you'll become the shogunate. You also have to conquer a certain number of provinces depending on how long the campaign is. There's 3 types of campaigns: the short campaign, the long campaign, and the domination campaign. In the short campaign, you have to capture 25 provinces, and the long campaign, you must capture 40 provinces. Finally, in the domination campaign, you must capture 60 provinces. As you can see, you also have a difficulty level as well, and it goes from easy to legendary. So you have easy, normal, hard, very hard, and legendary. So for this one, we're going to play on normal, and we're going to play a long campaign. Anyways, each clan has special abilities. One of the special abilities that Shimazu has is increased loyalty for all generals. I'll tell you about generals later on. Also, they can recruit superior katana samurai as well as katana heroes and maintain them on the field for cheaper. With that, let's begin the game. And then intro will play. Once the intro plays, I'll be quiet so you can listen to it. And by the way, I am playing the Darthmod, which makes the game a little more challenging and a little more realistic. Here's the intro.
1545. This is Sengoku Jidai, the age of the country at war. For 200 years, the Ashikaga shoguns have ruled from Kyoto. Great splendor and power were theirs. Now the overmighty clans no longer obey. The time has come for a new warlord to become shogun. But who will be victorious? Shimazu lands have always provided for our people. Our enemies are many and envious. They threaten our borders and look for any weakness. We trace a line back to the first Shogun Yoritomo. Loyalty runs deep in the Shimazu. It is in our blood, our traditions. And in battle, our swordsmen are the envy of Japan. No blade is swifter or more feared than ours. Bishamonten, the war god, has woken. Now is the time to defeat our enemies. All will bow to the Shimazu clan. We wait no longer. Destiny calls. We are the Shimazu. This is an auspicious time for our clan. Not only have we established ourselves as masters of Satsuma province, but fate has brought us into contact with a trade ship from the far west. Shipwrecked upon the shores of Tanegashima, the Namban brought with them the promise of lucrative trade. More importantly, they brought teppo, firearms, simple to operate, yet deadly in their effect. Establishing trade relations with the Namban should be a priority, for their weapons could be the key to our military superiority in Kyushu. It is also vital that we begin to extend our power beyond the bounds of Satsuma. Osumi should be our first target. We are already at war with the ruling Ito clan, and its castle is dangerously close to our borders. It must be captured before the Ito have a chance to muster an army there. We may then proceed with their total subjugation, or alternatively, expansion into Higo. We are not currently at odds with the Sagara, the masters there. But seizure of their province will mean a source of superior war horses and the taste of total and lasting victory. With southern Kyushu firmly under our control, none of the other clans will be able to resist. Kyushu will be ours. But we must beware of drawing the ire of Kyoto. Should the shogunate perceive our growing influence as a threat, it will be necessary to defend ourselves against the shogun and his allies. In that event, we must be prepared to fend off all who would attack us, no matter from where that threat emerges. If the shogun wishes to halt our expansion, let him come here and reckon with us himself.
And the game has begun, and we have received our first quest. We are to capture the province of Osomi, which is controlled by the Ito. We are at war with the Ito, so we can capture it immediately. And our reward is call to arms. For 4 seasons if we succeed.
If our daimyo is to become shogun.
Now, besides the fact that you have to capture Kyoto and 40 provinces, you also have to capture 6 select provinces in each of the campaigns. We start by controlling one, that's Sasamu, which is our capital. We also have to capture Usami, which we're going to capture next, Hyagu, Higo, Bongo, and of course Kyoto. Alright, anyways, this is the province view. I'm going to show you something for a minute. This is the public order right here. It's very important to keep this positive. You see it's at 1 right now. If this number ever becomes negative, a revolt could occur, and then rebels can spring forth and destroy your resources, and even capture provinces. And this is the specialty. We'll be using specialties a lot in this campaign. The first province we have has the specialty of smithing, so we'll mainly be using this province to recruit melee units. So I'm going to start construction and, more importantly, the preparation for the war against the province of Osami. Alright, our first order of business is to get a trading port. But in order to get because one of the later quests will require you to build a trading port. But in order to build a trading port, we have to build a harbor. So we're going to get the harbor on queue. As you can see, it costs 850 Cocoa, which is the currency in this game. We have 3,000, and the number to the right tells tells me how much money I'm going to make on my next turn, assuming that number stays the same, that is. And of course, you want to keep both numbers positive. So anyways, we're going to build the harbor now. There we go. As you can see, we have 1 Yari Samurai, 2 Yari Ashigaru, and 1 Boa Ashigaru. So, I'm going to move my Daimyo to this army. I'm going to move this army over here so that the Ioto can't get to my farm right here. And then, I'm going to recruit some new units. So for this turn, I'm going to recruit 2 Boa Ashigaru. Because we only got 1. And finally, I'm going to upgrade my blacksmith. The blacksmith gives a +1 melee attack and +1 armor for samurai recruiting the province. But we can upgrade it. You can upgrade to a weaponsmith, which will improve the melee attack for samurai and Ashigaru recruiting the province, or you can upgrade to the armor, which will once again affect samurai and Ashigaru units, but it'll affect their armor. For this campaign, we're gonna upgrade the blacksmith into a smithing. Alright, the next thing we must do is research our technology. Now, there's a quest layer on the game in which you need to research Way of the Sword in order to get a free Katana Samurai. So, I'm going to click on Way of the Sword, and all the technologies I need will be researched before it. So, Bushido will be researched in 2 turns, then 3 turns after that, Strategy of Attack will be researched, and then 6 turns after that, we'll have our Way of the Sword and our free unit. I've done all I can on this turn, so I'm going to end this turn.
Ideal for whittling down the enemy before battle is joined. These troops are best kept at range and will suffer heavy losses if engaged in melee.
And as you can see, we have our quest to research Way of the Sword. We're on our way. And as you can see, the reward is our specialty Katana Samurai unit. So I'm going to move this new army right here. And then next turn I want to build a trading port, so I need to have enough money for that. It's 1800. So I'm going to recruit 1 Yari Ashigaru for this turn and then end my turn. There's nothing else for me to do, so I'm going to end the turn.
Yari Ashigaru provide excellent defense against enemy cavalry charges, but their tight formations leave them vulnerable to missile troops and skilled infantry units.
And Bushido has been researched, and now we're researching strategy of attack. Alright, this turn we build our trading port. And this is also the turn in which we're going to attack Osumi. Now, if we weren't playing Darthmod, we could actually take this province in our first turn. But in Darthmod, it's a little bit harder to take Osumi. So that's why I had to recruit more units. Alright, it's time for our first battle here. And the user retreat in the castle, so we'll meet him in the province. We're gonna siege this and hope the Ito sally forth and attack my army. Alright, there's nothing else to do on this turn, so let's end turn. And as you can see, they're sallying forth to meet my army. So, it's time for our first battle.